Let's see if I'm live. Let's see if I'm live. Yep, it's working. All right. Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Has been a while, right? So let's see. Hello, G. Wilson. Welcome. I have no idea. Uh, are you like an old time viewer? Let's see. I can't see, but welcome. Don't you remember me? Do I remember you? I don't know. Like YouTube just changed everything for like displaying usernames. So I'll have to enter your channel, I guess. Go to channel, but oh, Mr. Dees. Welcome. It's my boss, if I can remember correctly. Hello, Ghost Stand. Uh, which is who it is? Who is this? Yes, I'm your boss. Ghost Stand. I have no idea, but welcome, welcome. Well, has been a while, right? Hello, Rios. We are so back. Welcome. So yeah, am I back? I'm not really sure. I'll be talking about that. Actually, I was supposed to make some notes for this stream to explain everything that happened so far, but I forgot to make them, and I was making some other stuff. Just doing some house chores. So let's make them now. So, so yeah, greetings everyone. Has been a while since I streamed. I guess the last time I streamed was back in October or so. And I was planning to go back to streaming earlier this year, but unfortunately shit happened. Like a lot of shit happened. Good things and very bad things happened, and I'll be explaining this time. For people that are watching the archive, yeah, I'll try to make the stream a bit shorter so people can watch it and what happened, right? And what's gonna happen next a few months from now, whatever. But yeah, so let's start with can I even write here? I don't even remember how to do it. Uh, man, should have started doing something first. All right. Should I type this instead? Let me open the PureRef instead. So, should I? Hmm, I don't know. Guess I'll be writing this first. So, as the name that I placed here for this stream, Pivot and Tragedies, right? It's kind of strange name, right? For being like an act two. So basically, for old for the people that are already subscribed to this channel, I'm back, but I've been streaming for a while. I was doing some studies, drawings, whatever. I was like I was like studying mostly, just drawing, and uh, at the end of the at the end of the of that experiment, I was actually planning to make a portfolio, making like some adjustments to my style and the things that I wanted uh, to to just pursue as a career almost. And those plans changed. So that's why I'm gonna talk about pivot. And a few tragedies happened as well. Uh, Not in a there's like this part that is like actual people dying, and the other part is like, oh yeah, my expectations are not fulfilled and never they will never be, I guess. So that's like kind of a two. They are like different tragedies, but you know, I'll try to explain that later. Uh, so let's talk about what happened since I last streamed. I was doing some tests as well. I was like streaming without any without I actually ended streaming uh, activities, but then I started streaming other stuff that are like unrelated to this channel. But later, I just stopped everything. So let's talk about the pivot, and tragedies, and changes. All right. So, man, I have no idea which which news I should talk about first. Uh, so I guess I'll try to talk about hmm, the career because I started talking about career, right? I was planning to uh, work with like illustrations and drawings. I was getting like serious around late 2025 because I was like, I don't know if I should pursue the thing that I graduated in, and I wasn't feeling like going for that. Uh, I was like, for the 5 6 years, the past 5 to 6 years, I've been like only drawing as something that I was like kind of focused on, or I was placing a lot of attention to how I pursue that. Uh, Even if it was more like a hobbyist type of interaction at the end of it, the end of last year, it was mostly trying to make something concrete, something that I could show to people and try to sell. But I guess those plans they changed, and now uh in one side it's pretty sad that I won't be pursuing that as a career, but on the other hand, it's actually a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good uh it's a pretty good news actually that I would be pursuing that as a hobby and just making time to myself to create something for myself, instead of selling my work to other people. So I'll try to explain that later. But basically, I got a job. I'm now employed, and I remember I remember people talking about uh, me being unemployed because I was like streaming for what, like 12 hours a day almost. Most of them was like on break, but I was streaming for like on average 4 hours a day, I guess, and that was a lot. Uh, so I, w- I got a job. Got a job, I guess. Welcome to the workforce. Thank you. Hello, Marcus. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, welcome to the workforce. I guess it's a it's a really it's actually quite of a easy decision for me because I was like unemployed for so long. and I got a pretty good opportunity to work on a on a place that is quite nice. So I can't get into like more details other than that, but uh, the problem is that I have to move out from my hometown. That that is also reflecting to my current setup here. You can see that it's a bit different than, well, if you watched my other streams, my past streams, it's quite different because I changed a lot of stuff. You can't really see like the actual computer setup, but it's way different. And I feel like the resolution here is also different, which is unfortunate because it's only 1080p. And back then I was streaming in 2K, 4K, something like that. I don't even remember, but I think I was streaming for like 1080 because I was using like a low latency mode, and that's like capped to like a full HD 1080p. So, uh, but now it's like actual 1080p because the monitor's resolution. So I changed monitors. I changed my PC. I'm now using a laptop because I will be moving out from my hometown, from home, to live alone in a place that I have no idea. Uh, I have I have no clue uh, where things are things are. Just living life there. It's it's complicated, but yeah. Zen's drawing group, welcome. Oh my god, what happened? So yeah, I'll be moving out, uh, and the reason is that it's because of that job. So kind of requires me to move out from home. But uh, so that also requires me to uh, stop pursuing. Where's career? I don't even remember how to. How do I even write this? Oh, it's with like two E's. Oh, another thing that I changed was also the microphone. So the microphone is a little bit different. Uh, it should sound better, or it should sound like quite the same as before, but I'm not really sure, especially when I'm not really monitoring my stream right now. But hopefully people are listening to me. I don't know. But yeah. Are you getting back into art? Definitely. Even though I got a job, I will be moving out. I guess I will not be pursuing art as a career. I'll be I will be getting into art. I was actually drawing a little bit, but there's like a few other reasons that I didn't draw as much after I stopped streaming. And most of the reasons that I was like really drawing a lot was because I was streaming. It was pretty funny because after I stopped streaming, I felt like I was like kind of was kind of difficult to draw again because I felt like streaming was forcing me to be a bit more like loose, and I feel like other people would have the opposite impression, right? Because they have to perform to other people, and they have to make so the artwork is like nice to see and people are like enjoying the stream, but I don't really care about that. So I mostly used streaming as like a commitment thing, which made me draw even more than the past few years ago, past few years before streaming. So I would be definitely streaming, uh, But the problem is that oh, I guess strategies here, right here, tragedies. It's still a tragedy, right? I'll be grieving that. Moving out, got a job. Moving out. Uh, what else? Changes? Oh, setup. The phone. Um, stream. I should actually change a few stuff, a few stuff from the stream, but I wasn't like feeling it to change, and I don't know. Some people use like a PNG tuber stuff, so they have like something here that they can whatever. It just be yay! I'm here on this right right bottom corner here, and it's just moving whatever, doing this. But I'm lazy, so I didn't do that. But since everything here is quite empty, I could try to do that. It would be also a bit more engaging to people. Uh, but I don't know. I feel like I'm so I just don't care. I just don't care. I bought a new Wacom today, and you are back. Literally my best day ever. Hello, welcome. I can't read your name. I can't read your name. Nerver, what? Nerver, what? Oh, I do weave W2W. I have no idea, but welcome. But it's nice. Wacom tablet. That's pretty nice. It's a pretty good device. Hope it lasts a lot. Lasts a bunch of years, and it definitely do. It's built like a tank almost, right? At least the ones that I used before. Uh, could give what a try. Oh, I'll try to do. Try to look into that Oreos. Definitely. Hello, Memory Every. Your name sounds like a person that once made a fan art of my character. It sounds hopefully like them with that emoji as well. Hmm. Welcome, Kingslayer. Welcome. I'm back. Yeah, I'll be streaming more, and this time will be quite a long one, hopefully. But it's not like it's not. It will not be just like the other time, the previous time that I was streaming, because well, I got a job now, so I'm trying to uh, pinpoint the things that I have to say here. I got a job. I'm moving out from home, so uh, tragedies. I'm not really sure if I should stop pursuing art career as a tragedy. It's just that I'm grieving a lot, right? Because when you had a lot of expectations to just pursue that as a career, uh, you know, it's sad, but it's more like a pivot, right? Hmm. I don't know. I guess I have larger tragedies, but I'll try to work in the art industry, I guess. Maybe that's a good thing, right? I have no idea if the art industry is a great place to be right now, especially when people are losing their jobs, and it doesn't feel like people that pursued art as a career they're doing very well. or they're finding any jobs. So, huh. I don't know, buddy. Maybe you're hallucinating. Maybe, maybe. Why can't you pursue art? Well, I will be pursuing art in a different way, right? But I'll not be pursuing art career as a career, because I got a job, and I'll be moving out as well for that job, and I will not have enough time to pursue pursue it as a career, even though the previous idea or the previous thing that I was like looking for uh, when I finished streaming, and the intention for this new act would be to pursue an art career. But then what happened? I got a job, so I can't, man. I can't anymore. So that's exactly why I'm pivoting to working a normal job and doing this art thing as a hobbyist thing for now. But who knows? Maybe I get popular on Twitter. Maybe I get popular on YouTube, and I get YouTube money, and people, whatever, man. I'll get I'll get popular and get a lot of YouTube money, so I get billionaire, and I can do like a game studio and whatever. It will be hard, but possible. I don't think so. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. As like it's so unlikely that uh, it also requires you to have more of a uh, it's more like being reasonable that it won't happen first, because you might not have you might not have enough cards to play with, so you can do that, especially with money, right? And probably when you have like a few friends that are pursuing also that path of art career or things that are adjacent to it, and they're not doing very well, you can really see how money really is quite important to to live in, right? To be living well, having a happy moment in life. So, not working in the art industry. I'll talk about the hard one later. So, so yeah, I guess the important part here, got a job, moving out. So I'll stop pursuing art as a career, art career. Uh, so a few changes. I'll be streaming less, fewer hours daily. Mm, what else? Maybe you could do a light novel, illustrations or commissions. Yeah, that's a possibility, but is that what I want to be doing? You know, if I have the opportunity to be my own patron, might as well do something that I developed myself, right? So I will be talking about that. So now that I have this change here, who's gonna tell him? Exactly. 90% of it is AI, and no one cares exactly. That's also one part of it. Is that commissions are far, and I've seen people that are like doing well in that scenario, in that niche, and but you know, it's like it's a good money to be making with like working on commissions, but at the same time, you don't really have any safe nets in regards uh, to what if you get ill, or What if you're what if you have like an medical emergency or whatever things that happen in your life? There's like nothing that could help you to uh, live a better life, right? You're always living paycheck to paycheck by making commissions and stuff. So you can also see that trend of most people that are working on commissions are also pivoting to working in the industry, not in like a industry that is like a more consolidated one. It's more like a casual one. Say like a VTuber niche that has those people that would commission you, or more of a niche of a pornography that is pretty common to see. Um, but it's not a consistent money to be making, right? Sometimes you get a lot of money in a month. Sometimes you get nothing because I don't know, economy, man. But you can see that people are also pivoting to tutorials, making Patreon, selling assets, or even doing like commission works for uh, commercial stuff for companies. But that's like the exception because most of them are not doing well to get. They are like either not good enough to land a job, a commission job from a company, or they don't have enough cards to play with to get hired, right? And that's the hard part because you can be very skillful in that set, in that in that aspect, but you might not be successful, or you might not even be able to support yourself. Um, I say that, and it feels like I'm demotivating people, but I'm not really like saying that's like a it's like a part of it's just a disadvantage of momentary disadvantage, uh, seeing what's happening right now in the economy. And even if you get like a pretty nice job in a pretty safe, uh what could I say, it's like a if you graduated in STEM, it doesn't mean that you're landing a good job that could support yourself. If you're like uh, if you pursued whatever, like biology, uh, uh, chemistry, whatever, doesn't mean that you're landing good jobs as well. So, and we are already getting into the stage that people are getting a lot of certifications and higher and higher degrees, but they're still not being able to land a job. So it's not like commissions are like the only bad part of life right now. So I guess I would I would say that if you're willing to do the work, I guess everything could work out, right? But in my case, I'll be pivoting. So because that's basically the best card that I could play right now, and it would be dumb to not play that card. Because I also made some changes to how I would pursue an art career, quote unquote art career. Because I'll be working on more of a original content, OCs, doing my own stuff instead of making commissions to other people, right? Because that's part of working an art career. So, uh, pretty unsustainable in the long run. Yeah, it's pretty sad. And I was talking to few people about that, and you know, it's not like. Uh, I guess the only part that is kind of heartbreaking is that eventually, uh, people are not they will not be able to support themselves enough with commissions, and they will have to work a second job or something like that. So they will have to draw stuff that they don't like, thinking that they would pursue something that they like after, or imagining that they could do that after they get into the industry. Uh, while also working a second job that is quite physically taxing, right? So it's not a good thing to see. Just wait for the singularity, bro. Let's wait. Let's be lazy. I guess I'm just waiting as well. And I also be talking about laziness in that regards. Nope. Like not like this. All right. So a few changes. Setup, mic stream viewers, not daily. Um. Oh, let me go like this. But what's happening? Oh, see content. That would be interesting. It's super understandable, bro. The most important part is is you get joy from drawing. Exactly. Fortunately, um, it's really hard. I guess it's the hardest thing that I did. Was like getting better at drawing and also landing, like being successful at drawing. Like that's really hard. That's really hard. And it's not. Sometimes it's not something that you have a say. Like other people have to decide for you if you are worthy or not, right? And I'm really fortunate that some people are supporting me here. Uh, and I was actually surprised that a lot of people joined this stream. I don't even let me see how many people are in this stream because I didn't see that. 7 people? Yeah. Wow, that's insane. So I'm really fortunate that people are still watching me after I stopped streaming for quite some time. Uh, and that's not something that I could decide. That's like mostly the audience's judgment to be like, yeah, let's give him money or let's give him attention. It must have been. I could see the effort you were putting daily. Yeah, it's hard, and that was not enough. That's the hardest. That's like the most disappointing part. That is like even if you place a lot of effort, it might not be enough. That's really heartbreaking. But it's not something that you should like think to yourself and be like, oh yeah, let's give up and let's not do anything anymore. Because you can see that I'm back, right? I'll be here for a while as well. 6 or 7, yeah, 6 or 7 people. I have no idea. Maybe I'm the seventh. Oh no, oh no, someone just left my stream. It's really admirable. Thank you. But yeah, uh it's it's the hardest stuff that I did for a while, for like the last 5 years. Just trying to understand drawing, uh, like pursuing the understanding of the technical aspect, but also the what spiritual, emotional, philosophical ideas of drawing, which are which is way more difficult than the technical part. The technicals are already pretty difficult, especially like, but especially like things that are, it kind of depends, right? Some people have difficulties in perspective because it's more like math stuff. Some people have more difficulties in finishing stuff because it's more like trying to feel stuff and making details. Um, but I guess the hardest stuff is mostly emotional and philosophical and all of that stuff that is internal, because most of them make you act in a way that defines you and makes you think that you are not able to learn perspective or learn some aspect of drawing. and all of that stuff. So uh, throughout this 5 years drawing, most of the things that I changed was internal motivations and the understanding of how I should pursue that. Because after doing that work, things got way easier to manage. Because I remember when I started drawing, there was like a colleague of mine that was like uh, that he didn't like perspective, so he actually loathed so much in that aspect. Um, but I was like more like it's an important part of learning how to make things in a 3D space, right? So maybe I should pursue that even if I don't necessarily like it or people think that it's hard. And I guess that mentality of just doing that without really having that judgment was pretty was one of the things that made me develop art, develop my drawing skills faster than other people. So now looking at in retrospect, you can see that some of them they stayed the same, uh, and I I'm now drawing better than them. But it does feel like it's mostly internal instead of actually making actually making them or just applying that stuff. So uh what I do find joy in drawing and getting better is watching Hide channel, especially the drawing along videos. Oh, I haven't seen the drawing along videos from Hide channel, but yeah, it's a pretty nice channel. I guess I haven't seen tutorials from YouTube for a long while now, so I'll have to go back and just check them out again. But it's pretty nice. But I'll be doing that later, I guess. Got a job. OC content. Be my own patron. Be my own boss. I guess. Man, should I talk about this now? I guess so, right? It's quite relevant to the whole stuff that I've been talking about. So, make it straight. So, the meantime that I wasn't streaming, I I got a lot of stuff happening on my personal life, and I had some of my relatives dying, passing away. Um, but a few months ago, oh yeah, I should actually. uh, wait, should I? Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Suicide. So, so if you're watching the archive, I suppose you should skip this if you don't want to hear about what I'm going to say right now. But it's quite relevant to what has been happening in my personal life and what happened in my drawing stuff, right? My drawing journey, so my art journey. But a few months ago, a friend of mine passed away. Uh, he committed suicide, and he's relevant to this channel because he was one of the first friends to ever support me with drawing when I started around the pandemic, I guess. But he was a almost like a 10 years we already had like almost 10 years of friendship. So he was one of the one of the friends that really helped me to develop what I am right now. And he committed suicide a few months ago. Um, Left a note for his family, and it hasn't been easy to just process that. So that was also one of the reasons that I didn't come back earlier in this channel, because I was also dealing with some personal problems, as well as having also people from my relatives also passing away in that same time frame. So it's not easy. It was pretty shocking. I attended his funeral, and it was really bad, really bad. I didn't expect him to do that. Even though looking at his life, you can see that there are like a lot of disappointments and few things in his personal life, like his physical well-being. He wasn't like he wasn't feeling the best, and he had some health issues as well, along with addictions that I guess he couldn't really solve. So all of that really got into me, right? It wasn't because also like doing some research um on stuff like that, uh, and it just reminds me that I couldn't really talk about this channel to him. I was like, most of the things that I do in this channel are private. Uh, my family knows that I stream a little bit. Uh, a few friends also know that I stream, but I don't really talk about the content of it. Uh, I have a few mentors that I also talk about this, and it's not like they have any input on what I do next, or so most of the things that I do here is on my own volition, and uh, I develop just for myself, right? So I didn't really talk about the things that I've learned or the things that I experienced in this channel to him, to the friend that passed away, and that's quite unfortunate because uh, would have been um, the best thing to do, right? Because now I don't have the opportunity to do so. So uh, it kind of breaks my heart to know that I don't have the possibility to do that anymore. So that's one of the that's like I guess that's the main tragedy that happened. Um, so uh, I couldn't really see the signs, but he was actually depressed. Uh, a friend of mine, or his childhood friend, said about that he had those thoughts and he also tried stuff. So, but I didn't really see that because when people like delete social media or just they just kind of isolate a little bit just because social media is kind of it's kind of bad, right? And I do understand that because it wasn't the first time that he did that, to private his Twitter account or just delete some stuff, or just stop talking with people. But this time was a bit different. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yeah, uh, it's uh, it's not like people need to just say anything to me because that's something that already happened, right? There's nothing to be sad anymore, I guess. To be sad, uh, I'm sad, but it's not like it's not like any any empathy could help with that situation, right? So I guess I've been processing that. Um, it's not like it's not like that affect me in a personal way or my objectives, my personal objectives, or the personal view my view of life in general, but it definitely makes things hard in a way that it's you can see that some people are suffering in that way, um, and we don't know, right? So if you're suffering from, if you've been suffering in life, please get help. It's not like your friends can make that guesswork, thinking that, and they might even think that you're doing fine, but you might not be that great. So try to make it so you get help and try to make some changes in life. And I can see that he was doing that, or he had energy to keep going, to just live another day, for this stuff that he was interested in. He liked stuff. Like he was into games, he was into movies, and a little bit of anime. And back then, when I was like drawing, mostly for myself and showing to my friends, when I was actually starting, he gave me some resources to work with. Uh, like I remember when he was like showing me line of action, like like that website of gesture drawing, and he was like mostly amused to to looking at the to looking uh at the people, at the photos that are quite funny. So I remember him showing me that website, and I actually used that website to practice gesture. He also gave me other books and stuff that he was interested in. So I would say that most of my skills, when starting drawing, uh, was mostly because he gave me the resource, he gave me the motivations, and also the support to do it. I also drew him a few times. So uh, the last time that I talked with him was that he wanted to make a specific project that required me to draw uh, some animals, I guess. So it was pretty funny to do it. So I was actually on call with him, just trying to develop that. So it was pretty fun. Um, so yeah. Yeah, the website. Everyone has their limits with everything. If something breaks, it does not reflect badly on one's character. Just go their own way sometimes. Yeah, it's it's something that's been developing, I guess, to build like a, I don't want to say like a thick skin, but it's, you know, uh just living life uh one time, uh one day after another, I guess. Thank you for sharing that with us. I hope you're doing a little better now. Yeah, I'm definitely doing pretty good, in terms of personal stuff. I was actually uh, uh, I got pretty good results or pretty good things happening in my life. But in terms of friends, yeah, what happened to a few friends, yeah, it's not something that is pretty nice to tell about. And also, I talked with some friends that knew him, uh, and they're not doing that well as well. So, unemployment, graduating but not wanting to pursue that, or even stopped university to do something else, or they don't have enough money or resource or family troubles, or they're just going through that phase of transitioning to like a new lifestyle. So it's pretty hard, right? Like living in another country, that kind of stuff. So it's not like my friends are are doing doing like I'm doing right now, because I'm doing pretty well. Uh, but of course, there's like some disappointments in life, which is like not being able to pursue art as a career, but is that's not necessarily a thing that is like set to stone, you know. That's exactly what I'll be talking about here. Uh, that I got a job, but maybe I'll have time to do on the side, but it's not like the success, especially the type of success that gives you a lot of money is up to me, right? Sometimes it's just up to people just giving you money out of whatever on stream, maybe getting hired to like a big company, entertainment company, getting popular on YouTube, whatever. That that seems more like a winning the lottery situation instead of working hard, right? So there's that. Nothing you could done. Just keep moving forward and draw despite all the bad things that happen to you. Exactly. I will definitely cherish the times that I had with him, and uh, it was pretty nice, you know, to 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 have known him. Because I guess most of the things that I notice in life is also because he was because of his influence. Like realizing some interesting stuffs about the day to day life, or just critical thinking in general. He was a very smart person actually. Um, I won't really go into details of why he was smart, but he was actually quite smart, even though he had some problems with commitment that is like characteristic to a Peter Pan syndrome type of person, if you know what I'm saying. So I guess he had a lot of disappointments in that regards. He tried to make like a YouTube channel. He tried to make a podcast. He had some dreams in terms of being like popular or getting money or, you know, um, almost like trying to escape the Matrix type of vibe. But you know that is mostly just a dream, and it has a lot of expectations to escape a life that is not worth living, which you can you which is not which is something that I could make assessment of, but it's not confirmed, you know. But I guess we can see that happening a lot with people these days, you know, trying to get big on YouTube. Yeah, this time I was just quit my job and be like a successful streamer or whatever stuff. And I will quit my job and be like a popular Twitter artist. I will quit my job. I don't have a job, so I will be like I don't know, selling pornography on internet, because that's what gives money these days. It's not necessarily that's happening, you know. But that's not something that is that happens how you expect, and it's mostly just a pipe dream. Uh, but you can see that it's kind of a trend these days to have those childlike dreams, right? And it's not like I would lie to you and say that I don't have them. Uh, and I could say that it's mostly this channel or things that are related to just this channel that are mostly just childlike dreams or things that I expect to 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 succeed. But there are a few things in life that happen or with like by chance that it's nicer to just play the cards right instead of going for something that you could get nothing out of it, or just living in that empty promise, right? So it's different from person to person, but you know, uh, it's a difficult assessment to make, definitely. But for some people, I see that for his case, he actually graduated. Yeah, he graduated. last year, I guess. He was like 2 years older than me, basically mid 20s. So I'm I'm a Gen Z. I'm a Zoomer. Uh, so it's not like we are old enough to be dying, right? So uh, we still have a lot of time to just pursue some dumb idea, and just fail on that. Uh, but there's definitely that element of pursuing a dream that could change your life entirely, and just expect a lot of it. But of course, that is very unlikely to happen. And then when disappointment hits, it it makes you uh, question everything in life, I guess. But I would also say that uh, he had some problems with like actual clinical depression, and that's also what the childhood friend also said about his situation. So he also had medical problems, uh, with like health, in terms of like sleep and addiction. So a lot of things like stacking on top of each other in that question. Um, so yeah, what I was talking about. Yeah, I talked about my friend committing suicide. What else? Uh, yeah, passing of a friend. Passing of a friend. Relatives. Relatives too. So that knocked me out of knocked me out of what I was planning for the entire year, of thinking that I could pursue an art career, or just making commissions on the side and try to make myself financially viable. But I got a job, and then a friend that I considered to be uh, one of the important friends to show things that I did. Uh, you know, him dying, and now that I don't have that possibility. What else? And in general, being like on that stage of in the middle of the crossfire of being able to do stuff and not being able to do stuff, uh made my made this few months be kind of a chaos, uh because I was also lazy. I wasn't doing anything particular this few months, uh but now next week I'll be moving out. Next week, be moving out next week. Drink quality is up to debate. The question. Still a question. because the I'll be moving out soon. But the problem is that the internet there is, you know, it's not cable, it's not Ethernet. I'll have to use. Uh, I'll be living in a place. I'll be living in a dorm basically with shared Wi-Fi. So I'm not really sure if I'll be able to stream in a good quality anymore. So uh, I'll have to test that later. So stream a few hours, not daily. Stream quality, latency is still a question. Whatever. Um, whatever. Are you not able to try art again? I'll be doing art regardless if I stream or not. Definitely. But uh it's mostly that I will not have enough time to work on art on long uh expensive. I would describe it as expensive in time uh drawings, you know, because most of my drawings are like what 10 hours of drawing if I want to make it rendered. And I don't have enough time in a day because it's just a 9 to 5, you know. It's a 9 to 5, so not enough energy. Oh, there's that too. Not enough energy to draw or stream because overworked, or I don't know. I did my best to structure my job in a way that it's less stressful in the body, uh, or less stressful in you know in my routine. But I I'll be I'll be checking on that later. Hopefully next week. So I can't really say that I'll be able to draw and stream consistently just like I used to. So that's also a strategy. Uh, that's yeah, that's one of them. Am I forgetting anything? Mm, I don't know. I have to come. I have to explain all of this again. Uh, man, I don't know. I should also plan ahead what I want to be doing here again, right? Because it's a new act. It's a new time with a lot of expectations. I could be doing anything. I could make a game. I could make a web comic. I could make a visual novel. I could make a I could be like a popular uh, YouTuber that makes tutorials. I don't know. Not that I have any interest in that, but um, but I don't know if I should do that now because I don't want to be thinking too ahead of time. But hmm, I'll try to describe what I've been thinking about uh, a few months. So I'll be plans. Yes. working on original characters, original concepts. Uh, Practicing, but I don't feel like practicing is like something that actually help. That is nice. I should come up with like a different angle if I want to practice again. Um, so practice, elaborate, better method. Because back then I was doing a bunch of drawings with like a specific theme, like anatomy, value. I didn't do compositions, I guess. Um, Color. Uh, I don't even remember what I was practicing back then. Oh yeah, I practiced a few artists, specific artists to copy their style, kind of copies their style, but I didn't really do that right. I had like a few artists that I wanted to look into, but no, I don't even remember which one. So, but I guess I will be practicing. But definitely, I will be working on original characters. Guess that's my main plan right now. Because, well, working a job, you already have the means to sustain yourself. Might as well just be your own patron, right? Your own boss and do the things that you want and develop them. And talk about it. I'll talk about it a little bit now, because uh, that's a pretty interesting moment in my drawing journey, in my art journey, because I wasn't like the type of person to make original characters, and it's quite interesting that now I have the opportunity to sustain myself and have enough time to work on original content instead of working on commissions and working on original content at the same time. So I'll be just training myself drawing like for like 24 hours just so I can make meets and also draw for myself. Um, so, but I wasn't the type of person that made a lot of original characters, or I wasn't like type of person that had a lot of ideas when I was a kid. Sure, I was kind of a craft kid. How could I describe it? It's more like a the kid that would make stuff. I was that type of kid. But then I later turned into more of a STEM kind of kid. Uh, but I wasn't really. I guess I didn't really have enough. I didn't elaborate on how to make it a bit more polished or a bit more structured in a way that makes sense. It's more like a one-off of making a an interesting character, or even just drawing my own friends and my own cousins or whatever stuff, uh, or just copying stuff from the internet and doing it myself. And that was mostly my experience on creating for myself, right? Copying other people, uh, doing things for other people. And lately, actually, the last time that I streamed, I took the plunge and tried to make original stuff. Tried to make a new character. Tried to make a story behind it. Like something that could glue everything together. Uh, and that actually worked out pretty nicely, actually. But the problem is that it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to just develop that stuff. And just draw it and think that kind of sucks, and then draw it again, look at references, then try it again. And that was a new thing for me. Because for the past to the past 5 years, I was basically drawing fan arts, and also started my my art journey with only drawing fan arts. So so only recently I've been like into drawing stuff from my own imagination or my own ideas, and I guess it's a pretty nice opportunity to just go full time into it without worrying about making ends meet. Yeah, now you can just go in all the way into OCs. Yeah, that's basically the idea. It's not like getting a job, 9 to 5, not having enough time, uh, f- uh, people passing away and having those problems. It's uh, kind of feels like a negative, but now I feel like yeah, it's we have to move on. We have to cherish the times that we had with them. Uh, I will also have enough time to work on original stuff without worrying about some basic survival stuff. That it's, I guess that's the largest concern of a starving artist, right? Uh, so, uh, so I guess the streams will continue in a way that is, uh, it's more laid back. I'll be talking with you people, definitely. Um, I'll be a bit less serious, I guess, in that sense. Uh, and I will try to pursue that in my own time instead of trying to grind. I guess. I guess that was the sentiment when I last streamed. I was trying to grind, grind so I could get better, so I could sell my stuff to other people. Uh, but I guess things changed, and I have to play the cards right in that in this context. So it's a in terms of job and what I want to be pursuing and what I want to be doing right now. I guess I kind of started out. So uh, things will be rocky for this for the few weeks for the next few weeks because I don't have the schedule. Like I don't have any I can't be committed to drawing or making streams every day. But that's the idea for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, I can stream every day, or I can stream a few days and make some progress in the stuff that I want to be doing. Um, but yeah, working on OC's practice. I actually thought about a few stuff that I want to be doing. Way back when shit didn't hit the ceiling, but I forgot them. Practice. Uh, develop story, webcomic, visual novel, VTuber, animation, live 2D. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. They all feel like something that is way too hard for me to be doing right now. All right. Uh, man, I don't know if I have anything to say anymore. Uh, Train quality. Cause I'm basically just doing some prep work right now to just moving out from home. So there's like a lot of things happening in my brain. Um, I don't want to be drawing right now. I don't feel like I could draw anything. Maybe I should try because I have a few I have a few minutes already to be expanding on drawing. Especially when this first stream, right? There's nothing else. I talked about shit, talked about no bad stuff, good stuff. Uh oh, yeah, I could talk about what I was expecting on new this new chapter. of this channel, I guess. You can set goals for yourself. Yeah, I'll try to. But honestly, I guess I can't really plan them right now because I also need to see if I have enough energy uh, on the weekdays and also testing my connection there. So, but I could try to set some goals. But the last time that I set goals, I failed them, and it was intentional as well. Uh, Last time I was working on portfolio, and also I did some fan arts, and like fan arts, half of them I didn't finish. I didn't finish them, and portfolio, I guess I made like 5 or 6 drawings, and out of 6 drawings, I finished like one of them, and that was like out of pure hatred of finishing one to just close everything, you know. Uh, Man, I don't, I don't know. I could try to set goals for it, but yeah, I could also, yeah, maybe I should be doing this. Have you heard of the SMART goal format? I haven't. What's the SMART goal format? But I could try to describe one thing here. What I mm, what did I expect coming back? Nice portfolio. Opening options. Pay the bills. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. That's pretty nice. That's actually pretty nice. Time bound meaning a deadline. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I should actually apply that. But yeah, uh, so I was doing a portfolio back then, trying to make a portfolio. So it was specific because developed kind of a I developed the idea of the portfolio of being thematic. You know, it was measurable because I I thought about making like 6 drawings, 5 drawings for that portfolio, a pretty like a full drawing with a lot of details. Achievable. I guess it was achievable, but it wasn't like it would take a lot of time, right? Because judging from the times that I did things that are like kind of similar to that, I spent more like a 40 hours on those drawings. But I remember that I was like in like 30 hours already uh, on that on those drawings, and I was still in that uh, in that sketch phase. Relevant, yeah, it was kind of relevant in the sense that is, uh, it it was like meaningful to me, and it wasn't like it wasn't something that I copied from somebody else. It was mostly just uh talking about the specific uh the specific look that I wanted to express, I guess. And time bound, I gave the deadline around August, September, I guess. But yeah, I failed all of them. I failed all of them. Uh, and I guess that's just another lesson, right? It doesn't feel like it's a bad thing to be failing that, to be honest. I guess I just made an attempt, and that was pretty nice. And I still really cherish uh the time that I was doing that. Uh, Finding, finding do one drawing at a time for the deadline, like kind of a break it down. Yeah, probably that's a better strategy because back then I was like doing a bunch of drawings at the same time, trying to just do a little bit of one drawing and then change into the other one. Because back then when I was doing like fan arts, that actually worked. I was like drawing some fan art for like a specific character, and then I was like kind of tired and tried to make another idea. But then somehow that stopped working, or I feel like I I wasn't like having enough energy to do it. Um, so there are like few things in my personal life that also happened to make my stuff to make my energy go away, right? But stacking up backlogs, exactly. That's the major problem of people that have many ideas and like not enough energy or not enough time, right? Yeah. And for me, I was also drawing some stuff for Oreos, right? I was I was drawing some stuff for a few for a few artist friends, also doing some milestones drawings. Uh and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't have I don't have the energy to do it. My motivation sucks. I want to be playing Deadlock or just whatever Arknight Enfield story instead of drawing or just watching YouTube videos uh, about grief or just sleeping a lot. So a few months ago it was pretty bad, but these days have been pretty nice. So guess it's time to make some changes, life changes, things that are things that are not up to me to decide, I guess. Because shit happened. Now I have to deal with the fallout of things happening. And I guess the backlogs should be uh, we should finish the backlogs, right? Eventually, we should finish the backlogs. I guess that's the what? Dirty. That's the dirty of the artist, of at least finishing stuff, unless you want to be making unfinished stuff so people see them as finished, even though they are unfinished. Uh, so I had some ideas. but didn't finish them. Yeah, maybe I should cover them and try to finish them here. So what I expected when coming back, I will try to explain. Uh, so when I finished streaming, I was like, I was like bound to failure. Yeah, I will not be able to make the portfolio, and I was actually quite kind of self-aware of that. Because I knew that I was chewing more than I could. What? That I was eating more than I could chew. What? How is? I don't even remember how that expression goes. Hello, Silver Comet. Oh, it's you. Yes, exactly. Welcome, Silver Comet. So yeah, I've been talking about all the stuff. You can watch the archive if you want more context. But um, when I was uh, start of the year, I was thinking about coming back around February, but shit happened, and then it's just you know, and now it's it's half it's half of the year already. Uh, so half of the year, huh? I don't know. But I was expecting, to just pursue a nice portfolio for work, because the previous one I was working on some portfolio works, didn't work out. I was aware that I would fail that, but eventually I should, work on. I was like kind of taking a break to make the portfolio nicer with better ideas, with a better grind mindset. Hmm. So, and then later, after having the portfolio to show to people, opening commissions to pay the bills, right? I can't be I can't be unemployed forever. So I have to be making money somehow, pay the bills. And then I would be, I don't know, streaming and grinding technical skills. Uh, and that's what I was expecting uh, when I finished streaming last year. And what I have now is working on original characters. I guess I will be practicing a little bit. I will be working 9 to 5, which is, it's kind of sad, but it's kind of good because you have money to do stuff, but you also don't have time to do stuff. Hmm. Uh, so so shit happens. We can't really predict what happens, but I guess the only thing that is quite consistent is, loving what you do. Uh, drawing, right? Drawing is pretty consistent. Pursuing art in general, right? It's not only drawing, being creative, I guess, because I also have other areas that I like to be creative on. And but drawing is the one that I was kind of try harding the most, I guess. So it has been. It also was the one that I got uh, that I harvested the most of, the effort that I placed in. So um, so I guess I know expected. What else? I was planning to do some other element here. I was like talking about what I expected when coming back, what I got now. Alignment. Fuck. Original content. time to draw, stream. Hmm. Career in different. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I've been grieving that because I was expecting to make a career out of drawing, kind of. What's happening here? No, it's about. Don't be mad at yourself. I'm not. I guess I could be mad at uh, the universe, the universe conspiring against me. I guess against me, or maybe uh, for me. If you, it depends on your interpretation, right? I feel like it's a pretty good opportunity to to be employed and do the things that you want on the side, especially when you have time to do it. So, of course, the few next week it will not be easy because I'm not really sure if I'll be streaming next week. But that's definitely an idea. Hopefully, I'll be making my setup again in the new place. Hopefully, I have enough internet to to stream, because that would suck. I would have to get like a different provider to. Uh, it's so expensive as well. Paying rent, holy shit! Yeah, paying rent. Could say something some comforting words, but kind of iffy at the moment. I can't tell how you think. How to think. Hmm? I can't tell you how to think. Oh, I see. Man, hope you're doing well, but you know, it's it's complicated. Texas, exactly. Texas. Holy shit! I need to do some. Fuck. I have to also place a reminder on that on Texas. Now that I remember it. Yeah, reminder on Texas. Holy shit! You just gotta manage in the way you know. You know how. Exactly. I guess we will be developing that as we go as well, right? It's not like we figured everything out on the get go. It's not like we know how to live life. There's also that expectation that we already know how life goes. Uh, but we already know that life can be extremely unpredictable, just like we are seeing like everywhere, right? Someday you are just dreaming of some stuff, and then that stuff ends, and now you don't have any opportunity to do so. It's it's heartbreaking. You'll be grieving that all your life. what could you do? I guess there's not much we can do, right? If art is still your passion, you can try again. Exactly. Art is my passion. I guess, creative stuff is my passion, definitely. I guess I could derive a little bit of creativity in my work, I guess. In my work field. So it's not like it's a bad thing to have a job right now. Uh and I guess I just look into the positive to just have this as an opportunity to work on my own stuff without worrying about paying the bills. Because I'm pretty sure that um some people have the desire to make something on for their for themselves, but they have a lot of difficulties to sustain themselves. So they have to pander into a specific niche or whatever. It's nice if you like it, but uh, if you have the skills and that's the only thing that you could do to you know to provide to yourself and others. Yeah, that's pretty sad, and it definitely feels like it's another cage and not really another passion. So I guess art in general, we already have um that idea of passions and the type of work that it's not uh it's not suffering, but I would I would digress and say that it's a pretty it's a pretty it has a lot of suffering in it. It has a lot of disappointments. So I've seen people talking about that. You know, on one side, people working for passion, and on the other side, people working for just working and having a passion on the side. Can't spell pain without pain. Wait, paint? Hmm? Can't spell paint without pain after all. Spain? Huh? Yeah, definitely. The paint is made out of blood, right? And finger cramps. And unfortunately, our uh, uh, crying, or what is it called? I don't remember. What's the name of the water that we cry? What? Tears. Yes, tears. What the hell? Tears. What the hell? Forgot the tears. Only I only remember the Japanese version. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, tears are not colored. I'm not really sure if you can actually color tears if you like drink a lot of food coloring. Hmm. Is it possible to just cry tears that are colored in a way? So you could use them as like a paint? Huh. Man, what? Mm. Eh, all right. Think about let's think about the objectives, I guess. Not that I have any not that I have any clue on what I want to be doing right now. Uh all right. I want to be a mangaka. I want to be webcomic artist. I want to be live 2D artist. Oh, I want to be a VTuber. Uh, I want to be an YouTuber. Wait, isn't that redundant? Should be like want to be an animator. Be uh game dev. To be I don't know what else. What else could I be? The president. Uh, chef, boss, yacht owner. How do I even write this? Anti-artist. Is it different? Like doujin artist from hentai artist. 3D artist. No, sculptor. Um, yeah, I think it's different. Is it? Yeah, because doujin is actually like the category to like kind of a it's not amateur, right? It's more like a yeah derivative. Everything is possible with the power of smart goals. Hopefully, I can be everything, even the president. Doujin is just an umbrella term for artists who make derivative works. I think, yeah, I guess it's possible, right? Because I've seen some of the mutuals from Twitter that are doujin artists. Not really like well, they publish on like Comic uh or like anime expo stuff. Uh, table, table. Are they tabling? Are they tabling? Yeah, it's kind of tabling. What is the name of it? I don't remember. It's like they go to a convention, right? Convention cosplayer, singer, dancer. What else? Athlete. How do I even write this? Astronaut. Exactly. Uh, there's like 3D sculptor, but you know, it's too broad. I feel like because I've been like into figures recently. It's pretty nice. I wish I could own some of them, but they're like batshit expensive. But they're so nice. Blender are Blender. Blender are just uh Spine is different, right? From Live 2D, I guess. Game dev? Uh any other creative stuff? Um man, I don't know. What else could I be? Uh okay. Let's cross everything that I can't be. Stand-up comedy. Yeah. So let's cross everything that I can't be. Uh Anti-artist. Uh I don't know. Can I be anti-artist? I I could try, but it's not like I want to. But I have the means to. Dodging art is pretty nice. Hmm. Convention artist? Twitter. Amos. Streamer. Blogger. Uh. Short content. Slop. Farmer. Uh. Yeah. So let's make an assessment of what I could be doing for this channel. So let's see. Streamer. Uh, I'm already a streamer, right? There's not mangaka. I have no idea. Do I want to be a? Do I want to be doing that? Webcomic, Live 2D. I mean, they are pretty nice, but it's not like I want to be placing effort on that right now. VTuber, YouTuber. Uh, no. Game dev, resident. So let's cross this. Resident, game dev. Hmm. Stand up comedy, I can't. Chef, can't. Boss, can't. Yet, can't be a yacht. I can't be an owner. Pretty, I can't do this. Twitter famous. That's not even something that I have any control of, right? Cosplayer, nope. Singer, if I get somehow like a lesson or two, maybe. But no. Dancer, no. Lead, no. Astronaut, no. Because owner, no. Short content slop farmer. I could be doing that. I could try to make slop on on my channel. Hmm. What kind of slop on short content? Uh, on the streams, like clipping the streams. No, that's unreasonable. I won't be doing that. Vlogger? Nope. Uh, Anti-artist? Dojin? I don't have the means to, unfortunately. Webcomic? I would rather be like a mangaka. Live 2D? If I make it to live 2D, I can make it as a VTuber. I feel like, because that's the only way I would be doing model for myself. Honestly, I don't feel like I will be spending time to work on live 2D this time. Animator, I feel like it's a bit too intensive for me right now. Mangaka, Twitter famous. I don't care about this. Convention artist, I don't have the means to. Game dev, I could try. I could try to make game dev. I could try to be a VTuber, PNG tuber, but I'm pretty sure that people wouldn't watch me. They just prefer my inactive, alt tabbed icon here. I would. Thank you. Oh yeah, I could also make. I could also be like an ASMR artist. Concept artist. Hmm, that's pretty nice. Let's see. Environment. Environment artist. ASMR artist. Can I do it? Oh, I have a different mic right now. That's one of the things that I also want to show. That is, it's actually like a binaural mic. So let me check if I can do that right now. Properties. Costume designer. That's pretty nice. Costume designer. Guess designer in general, right? That would be a bit more simpler than I don't even remember how to access the advanced auto properties. Oh, it's here. Is it is it stereo now? Not really sure if you're listening stereo because now it's not. No, the center. Now you can hear me on the side. You can hear me on the other side. Hopefully. I don't even know, actually. Oh, it's because I didn't apply, right? Let's see. Uh, 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 nope. I've been like working on this. Oh, it doesn't work. No, why doesn't it work? Ah, oh, now it's working. Ah, it's a bit different, right? You can hear me. It's a different mic, so hopefully this sounds better than the old one. Um. Oh, by the way, get out of my head. What? Oh, get out of your head. Get the tingles. The little tingles in your head. That's horrible. Right. Hopefully I'm back. I'm back again. Hopefully I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so now that I'm now that I remembered, uh I'll be changing setups once a while because I'll be moving out uh from home, but my usual setup is also here in my home. Uh so right now I'm using this portable setup that I made, which is pretty nice. It's actually better than my old one. I made a lot of uh, I modified a lot of things to fit my needs, so I don't also need a table to work with, and it's it's quite modular. Um, but when I come back home and if I want to stream, I will be changing setup, so it will be so it look a bit different. It'll also sound a bit different. So hopefully that's not a big deal. But I can't really test that right now because it's just doing a lot of work right now. Uh, all right, let's get back into ASMR artist. Nope, concept artist. I was actually thinking about at least learning little bit more about concept, but the work that I did from a portfolio, um, yeah, I just need uh, a better strategy for concept. Mm, I should work on this concept, but in general, I don't think I'll be able to be a concept artist. Not like Vidotuna or other popular concept artists. Environment artists. I really like environments, but I usually don't draw them as much as I like them. So I don't think I'll be doing environment that much. Costume design. I feel like I should work on this costume stuff, but it's not something that I'll be like focused on. That's for sure. Um, so I guess streamer and game dev. Huh? Game dev. Game dev. Game dev is interesting, but the problem with game dev is that you have to code and you also have to make the assets, which is well making being an assets artist, I guess. It depends on what type of game you want to be doing, but oh, it's so difficult. I feel like you need a lot of different uh different knowledge from like especially if you want to do it alone. Uh but I was actually thinking about it. Uh that's also one of the reasons that I'll be taking a long like taking a long time on this particular act. Uh it also has other reasons to that this act in specific will probably be taking uh more than 2 years or 3 years. So I won't spoil much, but I will be developing the previous idea in a better shape for the foreseeable for the uh for this act, you know. So I guess I have a resolution here. What I want to be doing now. Shit, let me sit straight. I will be oh, developing the concept previous. I could try to make a study artist artist breakdowns, specific ones that I want to be learning from, I guess. But the problem is that I don't want to be, doing that a lot, especially when I'm not really asking for permission for them. Uh, so uh, last time that I did, I didn't get any complaints, especially when I don't feel, I don't think anyone uh any of the artists that I studied actually looked into my streams anyways. Um, and I don't think they will be asking for me to take down the thing if I study their style or whatever. But if I want to be doing this, I feel like I would have to enlist them later. But I definitely want to be doing this artist breakdowns. Really like them. The previous concept. Working on the short story. Short story. Yeah, one shot, right? It's called one shot. I feel like that could bring um the skill a bit higher. Uh, especially when if you have an idea that is quite big, you have to make a proof of concept for the story, I guess, or at least practice a little bit of the storytelling, I guess, somehow. So maybe that's a better idea than the developing the previous concept that I had in mind, because I feel like this one is a bit too large to deal with right now. And um, back then, when I was developing that, I feel like I was adding a bunch of ideas that are like blended together. Uh, but it's kind of difficult to link them in a way that is short, or that you could show that in a single panel, right? Or in a single illustration. Um, I guess my specialty, or the thing that I'm most interested in, is to add those little ideas in the drawings, little by little. So it feels interesting to just explore the illustration. Uh, but I also understand that most of the read that you get on the internet is mostly from the thumbnail, or from what you get on the first glance, not really looking at the drawing for a long time and getting the the nuance from that. Mm. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's that time to draw something. Finally. Do I remember how to draw? Nope. I don't even remember how to draw. Oh, by the way, this is the Whip Studio, the new version. It's pretty nice. Can I draw the mascot from this channel? Imagination. Uh, I don't even remember how she looked. Yep. No, it's wrong. I don't remember. I don't remember how to draw her. I also kind of feel it feels weird sometimes to draw with this setup, especially when this tablet here is lagging a little bit. Uh, so everything is new here in my setup. The tablet itself, I don't think I've used this tablet specifically in any stream that I did. So this is a new tablet uh, from Huion. It does feel good, but sometimes it does that little thing that it just brings the cursor to the side here. It just kind of stucks here. Kind of sucks. I have no idea why that happened. What else? The keyboard, uh, monitor, foot pedal. Yeah, I do have one. I'm currently not using it I use it to mute to mute my microphone, but right now the way that I'm sitting, I can't place my pedal in my feet at my feet. So, but I see but I see the value on having a foot pedal. It's just that I guess for streamers it works pretty well, but it's kind of a novelty, you know, type of peripheral. So I don't think anyone should be buying that stuff, only if that's something cheap that you could get on the internet. But I've been trying like different types of, you know, like trackball, like a track, trackball, trackpad. Um, like I tried to place everything in a projector. I actually I was drawing while lying down, so I was just lying in my bed, and I just pointed the projector uh to the ceiling, and I was just drawing because my tablet here is also wireless. Uh, what else? Oh, ergonomic stuff. Yeah, I was actually working on uh, a lot of stuff for making my setup more comfortable. Because in a way or another, I would have to use the computer for a long time, for long periods of time. So there's no escape to be looking at this machine, this fucking machine. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. What? This pointy. Oh, remembered. But getting faster. What the hell? What? I don't remember how to draw my own character. What the hell? I need references. Where's the reference? What? This one. All right. Jeez, getting rusty. Uh, I don't know what I should do next. Looking at my objectives, from the things that I did back then, and the things that I want to be developing from it. Well, it's a lot of things. I should tackle that in a bite-sized um, steps. But for now, since everything is, you know, uh, I have to do a lot of stuff. I also have to get used to the new job. Living alone, making a schedule for myself, making the new schedule for the streams, thinking about what to do next, and dealing with the times changing. I guess friends gone, family's gone. Well, a lot of expectations just evaporating. I guess from the realms of possibilities and potential. I guess, and it's not like I'm the only one suffering from that. A few of my friends are also suffering from uh, the the older you get, the less potential you have, I guess, and that's unfortunate. But let's move on, right? Now locking in for the rendering. Uh, no, I'm too lazy. I was thinking about rendering this, but it's getting too late for me. Um, but I guess the streams will be around this time. When I come back, because I'll be working on, well, living alone and moving out. So, and also dealing with the new job, which I have no idea what to do. But uh, I guess hopefully everything will turn out to be okay, and I'll have time to work on streaming again. So yeah, next stream I'll be streaming from the new place, I guess. Uh, the quality of the stream, I have no idea if it will be that good. Uh, Hopefully the internet will be enough to stream at that specific time. What else? I hopefully I'll not be that tired to not draw. Hopefully hopefully I'll have enough energy to draw and to do the things that I want to be doing. But I guess for more of a you know admin stuff to planning and thinking about ideas, I don't think I need to use the stream to do that anyways, because I've been having those ideas and things to do randomly throughout the day. I just need to take notes on that and just establish. Uh, I just need to make sense of it. I could do that during the work hours. All right, I guess that's it for today streams. Should I should I recap everything? Ah, should I? I don't think so. I'll not be doing a recap. Well, hopefully that uh that's the dawn of a new time to work on my stuff, to work on other stuff, grinding, suffering. Uh, to be honest, I wish I was like in my bed, sleeping, doing nothing, not working. not doing anything, just being like a vegetable, lazy. But it's not like uh on a depressive state. It's not either like I don't want to live life. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's more like uh I don't want to have more potential, right? I don't want to uh I feel like I'm getting uh out of out of steam, sorts. I guess I was burning out a little bit when I was uh at the end of last year. Um, a lot of expectations, I guess. I only it's overcome it. Seems like they're still in touch. I guess. I don't know. Has been a while since I've seen all of you guys. Well, I appreciate you guys also watching me for so long. Because last time I streamed was like 9 months ago, maybe less than that. But thank you for the stream. Can't wait for the next stream. Hopefully next week, uh, around this time. Hopefully around this time. The length of the streams. Uh, I wish I could stream for like 2 hours, but I'm not really sure if I'll have enough energy for 2 hour streams anymore. Uh, but next stream, I guess I will be planning ahead a bit more. Because this time it was more like an emotional, getting in touch with everything that happened during the time that I was out and shit that happened, and that also takes a lot of mental space. But I guess next stream I will try to think about strategy, like a proper strategy to tackle what to do during the streams. Because uh, you, I was actually just planning on either working on the stuff that I did in the last time that I streamed, or just working on a short story. And also schedule the practices as well, because I need to practice. Oh God, I need to practice and get better. Jeez, I need to draw more. I need to get faster. Also, that was one of the things that I forgot about. You know, what I want to be doing, getting faster. I need to get faster. Jeez. And I guess one of the secrets of getting faster is being more comfortable with drawing bad stuff. So I should be drawing more in a larger quantity, but being less critical of myself. Uh, but it's hard when the same the same thing that I have to let go of is the thing that makes the quality acceptable, I guess. But uh, for the most part, when I pursued something and realized that I have to rework most of the things, like my setup, like the way that I draw and the way that I think about drawing or doing specific stuff in life, and just rebuilding everything. It's way faster than just holding on to that thing that is is not effective anymore. So I guess I should let go of that perfectionism, uh, so I can draw faster. And also, I should let go of the dreams, the expectations that I had of what I would be doing on this time, this act, on this stage of streaming, on this chapter. But it is what it is. Hopefully, everything will turn out fine. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to have uh, people from back then, almost like 2 years ago, right? I guess this channel is already 2 years old. Trouble, 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 trouble. What the hell? Trouble, trouble. What does it mean? Oh, it actually auto translated? What the hell? I've never seen that. What? Oh, translated your stuff, your message. What the hell? It's bye bye in Swedish. Kinda, huh? That's interesting. Well, thank you everyone. Guess I'll be streaming next week, hopefully, in the new place. Scheduling, yeah, it's quite hard to schedule that stuff. So uh, I can I have no guarantees to when I will stream again. Hopefully next week. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Oh god, how do I end this? How do I end this? Stop streaming?